Well, hello there, my name is HW, and thank you so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. My dudes, we're in Rig Manager. Here we are, we're in Rig Manager, and we're in the editor, and this is what I'm using right here, this 65 Twin Reverb NB2 profile from Tone Junkie. It's my 65 Twin that I have got back there on the, kind of on the video area. And you've heard it, it was a pack a while ago. I think this profile might be free out there if you get the Tone Junkie emails and stuff. I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure about that, but maybe it's free, maybe it's not. But look, any clean profile is going to work for what we're talking about today, because we're talking about stacking drives. And I want to talk about stacking this Kemper drive, because if you think about it, there's a lot of double pedals out there. There's the King of Tone, there's the double barrel from JHS, and all of these things have a vibe. Even the protein drive from Brown, all these things have a vibe that we really can cop with this new Kemper drive. And I want to talk about some of the general rules and the tricks for trying to stack these Kemper drives together. Maybe stack two Kemper drives and emulate a double overdrive pedal like is really popular. So I'm playing that profile. What's not on that profile though, if you go download it or if you have it, is that I added this little guy right here, and this is a Kemper drive. And I want to start from the very beginning so we can see this, but look what I'm doing here. I'm basically just bringing in my Kemper drive, and maybe it's something like one of the Tim presets. I don't really know, but let's just start right here. Let's just take our let's just take some presets of the Kemper drive. If you don't know where those are, they were a download. They were in a separate folder in the update from Kemper, and you'll have to drag those in. They're little KP preset. .k preset files. Drag them in there. If not, go search on the boards, ask. You can, but basically they're in the Kemper download to update Rig Manager to get this beta. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my 808 mid and I'm going to drag it into slot B. And I'm going to take, what do I got here? Well, I'm just going to take my, let's call it King Clean, and let's drag it in here. Now that's not what I'm using, but I want to show you this. So now, I've got my clean drum. I'm going to treat it like this. I've got my clean guitar with my twin, right here. And it sounds like this. Let me take it off the bridge of this Strat, because who plays on the bridge? Sounds like a Strat, sounds like a big, fat, beautiful twin! Come on! It just sounds, you know what I love about twins? They sound big in the bottom, and big, it's like, well, I shouldn't go here, but it's a little bit like a curvy physique, you know, big bottom, big top, little in the middle. That's kind of a twin, okay? Sounds like a pretty lady, if you know what I'm saying. Woo-hoo-hoo, come on, that's a twin. All right, we got the King right here with King Clean. Now, in most of these pedals, you're going for like mid-humpy boost into a sort of transparent-y drive, right? So that way you got your clean, then you got your overdrive, and then you throw on that boost, and then you got your lead sound. Or if you want a cleaner lead, you just throw on that mid-rangey boost. The boost is more about the voice. The second one, the transparent drive, is more about the amount of drive. So let's work on the transparent drive side of our double pedal for a minute, right? So we're stacking these. And right here, I'm going to bring this drive down to about 3.5. Okay, so I'm bringing my drive down to 3.54, whatever. Now, you've got two choices here. I'm going to leave mix and everything alone. I'm going to leave volume alone. You've got two choices. In the middle at 5, it's kind of like the Tube Screamer cut lows and cut highs. Okay, great. If I want to raise this up to like 6, we get a more blues breakery voice where we are going to get some low end cut. But if I raise the drive, I'm not going to get muddy in my low end. It's thinner in the bottom, but it fits an amp like this. And now if I go to the neck, it just has a nice focused-y strat thing without being too mid-rangey, okay? My other option is this. Let's say I want to bring this drive down a little bit and I want to get heavier in the bass. I can bring it down here and I get something more like, you know, that low-end, pushy, stratty sound. Check it out like this. If transparent to your ear includes bass and really no change in that bass, then check it out. We're obviously getting a different character, but we're still getting a lot of bass content. You know what I'm saying? That's also like a very Dumble-esque quality. It reminds me it's like Dumble-esque with a Strat in that a lot of those, like the ODS and style amps, they will have a pretty strong bass. It also reminds me of the way a Fender can break up. It leaves that bass very strong and almost too strong. You know, you get too much gain with a Fender and the bottom end flubs out. And that's why, in general, you usually reduce the amount of low end going into gain stages to keep clarity, or in our case, definition, right? But one of the features of an overdriven Fender is that you get a lot of that bass first. For this guitar, this is how I like to do it. I like to bring the definition down for my transparent drive and either run it pretty low, so I've got my clean sound like this. Nice, clean kind of thing. Now I've got my drive. It's just fat. It's just fat. I don't know what to tell you. So now that I have that sort of fatness dialed in there, and I like that for this guitar. On a humbucker guitar, I might want something a little different, but I've got what I want to call my transparent drive, okay? You can call that something like a blues breaker if you've got your definition up here. You can call it like the King of Tone Clean, but down here you can call it something like a Timmy or just some other transparent thing. With a Strat, I dig that. Now, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna engage what was TS-808 or 808 mid, okay? And now let's just hear that by itself. So what we've got here is clean sound. Now with that drive. So a little thinning out of the bottom, a little thinning out at the top. Now, I'm gonna take this drive down because we don't need that much, and I wanna stack it on top of something else. And let's just see how these things stack. So you heard my clean a moment ago. Now here's that transparent drive again. Now I'm gonna add the TS-808 mid on top. it's full. It's a little bulky sounding to me. We got two options here. My issue is I want a little more push and clarity from my lead. I want a little more honk, a little less woof. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a little like we're not that defined. I want a little more like bullhorny thing. So as a general rule, the more bass I have here, the more I can sort of cut that bass down here as I boost into it. So I'm actually gonna raise my slim down to like 3. And now it's gonna sound like this. And I might even raise this volume a little bit to give myself like a volume boost. Now I'm gonna end up with this thing. Maybe I don't want to be on the neck, maybe I want to cut a little more on the bridge. That's an option. Take that boost off for a second. So I might lower this drive a little bit, and then I'm actually gonna leave the slim down. I had it up here. I'm gonna leave it down and see how fat it is with the bridge. So now we've got 3 kind of tones here, right? We've got our clean, and it sounds like this. Now we've got our transparent drive. I shouldn't even really call it transparent. I'm not really going for transparent. What I'm going for is just like the first stage drive. That's cool. Now I can get into a lead thing. And I've got the other thing I can do is instead of, if I want to cut more bottom end or something, I don't feel like I need to, but let's say I pull this definition down even more. The other thing I can do is raise the definition here. So I have a thinner guitar going into there. So let's check that out. Here's that drive now. Now with that boost. You can find some stuff here. You know what I'm saying? You can really find some drive elements. The other option is, what if we put in something like, I don't know, what they've got for this clon dealy. So now we've got a lot of drive. We could bring this drive down, of course. We've got definition, we've got a lot of slim down. What you hear there is that slim down really thinning things out. And now I can use here a very slimmed out lead sound. Could work. My only complaint is you're going to need a little more volume, and we might even take a little less slim down, something like this. And gosh, you could even work in, you cut this mix back a little bit, really boost it some more. And then you got this. See, this is probably my favorite right here for the boosted part, because I like this slim down, just taking a little bit of bass out. But overall, I like this 808 mid preset, but I just want a little less of it. I just want a little bit less to come through. So I'm boosting, but also taking a little bit away from the mix. And this is honestly my favorite combination. So in my general rule for stacking the Kemper Drive, if I'm using more bass down here, like my definition's low, so I'm letting a lot of bass in before the gain stage, I need to find a way to alleviate some bass up here with that slim down control and treat it a little bit like a boost. Now, so this has kind of been my favorite setup. Into that first stage drive. On the bridge. And now with the boost, first on the neck. Now the bridge. You know, that kind of thing. Now I will say this, if I come up here, if I take out that bass, and I want this to be a little more my transparent thing. Then when I go to my boost, see, just in general, I like that bass kind of with the bridge of the Strat. I like it a little bit with the neck of the Strat, but when you thin it out, it also sounds equally good. Like, you know, it's just a different flavor. Like, that's a good sound, and that's the boosted one. Come on. That's really good. I could thin it out some more. Yeah! That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So I'm finding Kemper Drive. You want to stack these guys together, treat it like a king of tone, treat it like something else. I'm trying to go more transparent in the back, more mid-rangey in the front, and then the challenge is just, do we want to have a little bass cut on that transparent sound? Do we want to have the full bass? And when we have that, how are we going to counteract that with the bass going in? Do we want thinner or more going in? Now I am finding this. And you kind of heard it in these examples, stacking this drive is a lot more friendly the second, when you use less bass in the second stage. But I still really like it. Like I kind of am liking this definition up, But I do like the flavor of it being down a little bit because I like that really strong kind of, bassy. And it still sounds good when I turn this back on. And it still sounds full on the bridge. More Telly-esque there because I get that extra bass. But it's a little more forgiving on like the neck of a guitar when I ride this up to about 6.1, let's say, and then it sounds like this. See, when I turn this boost on, I mean, I can't decide which is better. I can't decide. This is what's great right now. We got so many options, and that is the cool thing. Hey, hope this has been thought-provoking for some people. Hope it's been fun. Like, subscribe if you get anything out of the channel. My name's been HW. Thank you so much for watching Tone Junkie TV. HW.